Good morning, students. So today we are going to look at democracy. In the previous class we have looked at the definition of democracy and we have covered two important things about democracy. In this we are going to look at the choice and opportunity is available to all the people on equal basis. So we have seen about democracy, and these four things which I have discussed are very important, because whenever you write a definition of democracy you need to include the four things. The previous two I have already discussed. These are the two things which were left. One is choice and opportunity is available to all the people on equal basis, which means that everyone's vote should have equal value, and government is limited by right. So whatever government is elected to the power, whichever government, it is limited by constitutional and basic rights. So it cannot go beyond these rights. Okay, so it has to work within that framework. So let us look at the 3 and 4th thing. So if you look at the third thing, which directly conveys into one person, one vote. Now here the value of the person's vote should be equal. So one person will get one vote and one vote will be equal. So everyone will have the same voting power, which means that the vote casted by a man or a woman will have same value. Now here there are certain case studies about various countries where this is not there. For example, in Fiji, okay, there is a case of Fiji. So there the vote of a person who okay, so in Fiji the electoral system is such that the vote of an indigenous Fiji, has more value than an Indian Fiji. So in Fiji, vote of an indigenous Fiji, indigenous means he was born there. Vote of indigenous Fiji has more value than of Indian Fiji. So Indian who has acquired the citizenship of Fiji, his vote will have lesser value as compared to the vote of an indigenous Fiji. So this says that the third thing says that one person, one vote, one equal. Okay, one value. Actually, yeah, equal one value. One value means my vote will have one value. Similarly, your vote will have one value. Then there is, in Saudi Arabia, women did not have right to vote. So after 2015, women in Saudi Arabia got right to vote. So this tells us that in a democracy, each person who is above 18 years of age, like in India, we have adopted universal adult franchise, where each person who is above 18 years of age should have one vote, should have right to cast vote. The vote of that person should have one value, which means that the voting power, or say if a man is casting a vote or a woman is casting vote, their voting power or both of their votes should be equal. Okay, like in Fiji, there is a difference because vote of an indigenous Fiji has greater value than vote of an Indian Fiji, but in a democracy, it should be equal. Okay, so democracy is based on a fundamental principle of political equality, because they focuses on ensuring political equality where everyone has chance. So there in democracy, what is the aim? The aim is political equality. So this is about the third thing, which is about choice and opportunity should be available. Fourth is government is limited by rights. Now, in a democracy, the fourth essential thing is that the government should be limited by the constitutional and basic rights. In the constitutional rights, you have fundamental rights, okay, then you have legal rights, you have constitutional rights, you have non-constitutional rights, so statutory rights. So you have so many rights in a democracy. So the government should act within this. Government should act within the sphere of rights. Now here the case, there is a case study. For example, in Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe got independence from white minority in 1980. Now this country was ruled by ZANU-PF, which was the party which led the freedom struggle. Now its leader ruled the country since independence, but later indulged in malpractices where they suppressed the freedom of the people. So elections were held regularly, and that party was ZANU-PF. Now this party was always came in power. Why? Because opposition party workers were harassed, their meetings were disrupted. So opposition parties were not given clear, level playing field. They were not given sufficient opportunity to compete with the ruling party, and so the ruling party won every time, and the opposition party lost the war. Okay. Television and radio were controlled by the government. So on the television, whatever was shown was about the government. So it praised the government. So the criticism of government was not shown on the TV, and so people were only shown that about the ruling party. People were only shown about the ruling party, and so what happened was they didn't elect the opposition party, and the ruling party was in power. So the example of now what happened was the later on what happened was the government got changed, okay, because of the revolution, or people came on streets. So the example of Zimbabwe shows that popular approval of ruler is necessary in democracy, but it is not sufficient. Popular government can be undemocratic. Okay, so if this government has elected, got the country independence, so this is a popular government. But this popular government can become autocratic when it gets more support from the people. So the Zimbabwe case study says that case study tells us that rights are essential. Rights are essential. So this is about the democracy, the definition of democracy which we have seen. So in large, democracy, as we have seen, it is a form of government in which rulers are elected by the people. It is a form of government in which rulers elect the people. Okay, so and that ruler, so a democracy, it includes these things. One is the elected government is limited by rights. The choice of opportunity is available to everyone. Everyone's vote has same value. Okay, so everyone's vote has same value. Then you have the rulers which are elected by the people, or the elected representative, or the first thing was elected representative should take decision. Here we have seen the case study of Pakistan, where we have seen that there was a body created which consisted of military officials. Okay, and the second thing is that elections should happen regularly and fair choice should be available. So, and the second thing was regular elections and fair choice. Okay, fair choice should be available. So this is about the democracy and the four important things which should come under the definition of democracy. In the next class, we are going to look at why democracy is needed, what are the merits of democracy, and what are the demerits of democracy. So in large, we will be covering why we want democracy or why we don't want democracy, but giving you a glimpse about that. So in the next class, we are going to look at the merits and demerits of democracy. So in merits, we are going to look at the positive about democracy, and in demerit, we are going to look at the negatives about the democracy. We will look at why people say that in demerits, we are actually going to look at the failure of democracy. So let's meet in the next class. Thank you.